This is the day the Lord has made, and we have to be joyful and glad in it. As Psalm 118, verses number 24 says. Today, we are not going to channel our discussion on marriage issues, but we are channeling our discussion on health issues. So today, I'm here with my brother. Please identify yourself.
Okay, so my name is Jagri Ubaid, a pharmacy technician at Old Teaching Hospital. Currently working at El Head Pharmacy.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
He's such a great man. Wow.
yeah. By the grace of God.
Today, you are shining. Oh.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like I said, it's the grace of God. Yeah.
Wow, I really like your shoe. The way I've been spying it as you entered the room.
I think I have
It's
to.
just shining like that.
I think I have to order some for you.
Oh, okay, and I'll be glad if you order it for
Oh,
me.
sure, sure.
Oh, okay. There is a lot going on in this world and based on health issues, and I want you to enlighten us more in it. So we will delve into the topic right now.
Okay.
So suggesting I'm a young lady and I got pregnant. I got pregnant. Maybe I'm not. I didn't even get the father of the child. Maybe he's not responsible, and I decide to abort the child. Please, we want to know. I want my viewers to know if there is any implications of abortion.
Okay, so, well, there are several implications of abortion, a
Okay.
lot of them. And in fact, this is one of the area that we need to actually touch on more because a lot of us are not aware of some of the dangers that are involved in doing abortion. So we find ourselves in it, and at the end of the day, it haunts us, even in our future pregnancies. So there are a lot of implications, there are a lot of negative implications about abortions.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay, and
yeah.
please, can you enlighten us
Oh, yeah.
more on
So,
it?
well, it depends. Sometimes, uh, just to do away with the unborn child, people think that is just it. No. Sometimes people can go to that particular extent of aborting an unborn child. But after the abortion has been done, whether successfully or unsuccessfully,
Okay.
there are damages that one might not be able to see with your naked eye.
Oh, okay.
That has to do with your womb and a lot of them. We have what we call PID, that's pelvic inflammatory diseases, whereby the pelvic will be inflamed and it makes it difficult for you to have or conceive again. And even if you are able to do so, at the end of it, or your delivery is also being compromised. So there's a lot of negative implications attached to abortion. In fact, comes to think of it, people think that if your guy is not responsible, so the next option is just to do away with the child. So they go on taking all kinds of uh, drugs and sometimes concoctions. A grandmother sitting somewhere that has used some herbs in the past and it has helped. So you just go there, the person prepared those things for you, you take it, and if you are not fortunate, it's either you die or you damage your womb. So there are several implications when we talk about what abortion. In fact, it's a very broad topic. It's a very broad topic. We have what you call the spontaneous abortion, and we have what you call the threatened or the yes, the threatened. So it means that the spontaneous one means nothing has actually triggered it. It's just it came by itself. You are pregnant, and maybe for whatever reason, nothing has caused it. So you begin to lose it, sometimes through bleeding, small in that manner. It comes out on itself. So that's the spontaneous aspect. So we have several types of them. And when you come to the other one too, we have the therapeutic, and the therapeutic, that means maybe you have used a drug, a particular drug which you don't know that can cause the pregnancy to be terminated. Maybe it is not something you have decided to do, but you unknowingly you have taken the drug and it has caused us. So that is also another aspect, that particular part too. Yeah.
Okay. And can abortion lead to infertility?
Oh yes, it can lead to infertility. That is when the womb is being damaged or part of the remains. Sometime after the child is dead within you in the stomach or in the womb, sorry, in the womb, uh, the remains, all of it might not be able to come out depending on the nature of how developed the child there is. So maybe all the remains might not be able to come up, and so it begins to damage the womb of that particular person. So at the end of the day, you end up to lead you to what infertility, and you might find it difficult to become pregnant again. And so we advise that even if you want to abort, maybe you are pregnant and then you realize that there are several complications surrounding the pregnancy. You feel like let me just do away with it and be free. Rush to the hospital, meet the midwives, explain your side of the story, and they will do it for you in a safe way rather than maybe you taking any other medicine you think can solve the problem. In actual fact, uh, if you lose your pregnancy, maybe within the 28th week of your conception, we call it, we describe it as what an abortion. Let's say you are pregnant first week, second week, up to the 28th week, and you lose your pregnancy, it is qualified to be called what? An abortion. Whether it is planned or it is not planned. That is how we look at it. And so there are several implications that surrounds it. So the best thing is if you, with your partner, you know that you have challenges in giving birth, and maybe it's becoming risky to your own life. You can walk to the hospital, let them know it is lawful. Yeah, let them know that, oh, I have complications in giving birth, so this one, I feel we should take it out. And once your partner is there and it is lawful, they can do it successfully.
Oh, okay, so the hospital people, they do abort.
That is why I said if it's something that is lawful and they
Okay.
understood that maybe uh, if they don't take it out, your life is at stake. You, the mother carrying the child, you can also die out of giving birth. So it's better people go and then they look at the situation surrounding it and they feel like, okay, fine. Since your husband is in terms and then you, the woman, you are in terms with it and it's lawful, at least they can take it away, then you are free. But you sitting somewhere to do it on your own, it becomes illegal. It becomes, for example, the guy said he's not responsible, so therefore you want to find a way to take it out so that you can be free. Some will say, my parents will not also accept. Maybe you are a student, especially you are in GHS2 or SHS2, and maybe you happen to become pregnant and you feel like your parents, if they get to know that kind of stigma, so you want to do away with it secretly. So at the end of the day, you end up losing your womb. You have a lot of future birth problems.
In a situation whereby the person pregnant didn't take any pill
Mm.
or any concoction, and like she noticed that she's bleeding,
Yeah.
is that one too termed as abortion?
Yeah. So if you are maybe let's say the fourth week, the sixth week, you realize that there's something like that, you are bleeding, and you don't understand. The best thing to do is to report it to the hospital. Yeah, because it might be that something has triggered it, so it has started coming out. So as it started bleeding, at the end of the day, you will lose it. If you don't go to the hospital to seek for medical advice, you may lose the pregnancy. It might not be that you have maybe intentionally caused it to come out, but like I'm saying, there are other drugs too you made. We have one drug called thalidomide. It has been banned in the market. Mostly, it was being used as for the treatment of morning sickness, like vomiting and all that. If a woman is pregnant, and so the research has shown that it is one of the has become a teratogen, like something that can cause damage to the child. So because of its teratogenic effect, they have banned it in the market. So maybe a woman you are not aware, and so you went to take it and you start bleeding in that manner, you have to report to the hospital so that they will assess you to know, no, no, maybe something is wrong. They
So please, do you encourage somebody being in their house taking drugs on her own to abort pregnancy?
Well, I will say no because it's deadly, and two, it can damage your womb. Ah, so the best thing we want people to know is that if you are pregnant and you know that maybe sometimes we have people that either the induced type of abortion, we have what you call the criminal, and that one to maybe you were raped, and so and as you have been raped, the person just did that to you and has run away. So who owes the child now? You are pregnant, and so some will feel like, why don't I find something to take it out, to take it and it will just bring me and I'll be free because I can't be a single mother without a father. So it's better I just take it away. So with that kind of ideology, it might not end well. Others will do it and get away out of it. But some people also do and die in it. So self-medication to me, as a healthcare professional, I will not advise that you take any drug to terminate pregnancy. If you want to take it out, visit the hospital. And when they are able to sit with you, they understand the circumstances surrounding the pregnancy, and they know sometimes counseling can even make you to change your mind. Yeah, because maybe you are irresponsible, you don't have anything doing, so you feel like it's a burden on you. So you thought it wise that the best thing to do is to take it out. But meeting someone who has the experience in the film, Charlie, you might be carrying the president of a nation. Oh, so relax. So the person through counseling and advice, you might see the need to keep that unborn child. And who knows? The person can come up to be somebody that can be a game changer in your family. So I don't advise that people should go on taking. Uh, in fact, it's rampant. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, especially in the basic institutions, SHS level, even at the university. It's there. It's there. People have become self. They are. I don't know how to put. They are now. They are self doctors. So they sit down because someone has done it and it was successful. And so you are in the same situation. The person will feel, oh, I did it and I was true. So why don't you also try it? You might not be safe. So the best thing is once you know that you are pregnant and you don't want it, please report. Go to the hospital with your partner. Then if they realize that it will be safe for you to do it, then
So is there any causes of abortion?
yeah, there are several causes of abortion. One, I can talk about irresponsibilities. If
Okay.
on the side of the girl, if the girl is not responsible, the guy too is not responsible,
Okay.
they might go ahead to cause abortion. And two, genuinely, others also have uh, challenges in giving birth. That is when they have what you call the PID, that is the pelvic inflammatory disease, so whereby the pelvic might not be able to contract and relax for the child to easily. So uh, they might go ahead to do that. And we also have what we call sepsis or whatever infections. So if uh, the womb, there's that kind of infection that has affected the, the uterine lining. So at the end of the day, it's either the child might not be safe or you give birth to the child have defect. Yeah. Or ignorantly you have used a drug which you don't know can cause damage to the child, the unborn child. Like I mentioned, the thalidomide, there will be birth defect. You give birth to the child and the legs are some way be, the hands are not there and all that. So there are several uh, causes. And we also have what you call peer pressure. So maybe a friend of yours have used it before, and so they are influencing you to also get it out and be free. So stigmatization, a lot of them. So there are several causes. But one of the major causes that is rampant in our localities in Ghana here, as I've seen, is lack of uh, proper parental care. When children feel that their parents don't really care about them, and everything has to do with only on the child's hand, and everything is always like you need something and it's not there, and there's someone out there that seems to be caring in a way, and finally has got you pregnant and has run away from you, you feel like, why don't I do that? But if that kind of proper care is there, I know there are also homes that they take proper care of their children, but still they go in to do that. So the only thing I can advise is that one must be very much disciplined. Adolescent child or girl growing up should be disciplined. Abortion is not something that is good. If you are not, if you didn't die, you can lose your womb. I was telling a friend the other day, I said, sometimes most of the demons we pray about in the church and cast them, they are not even there. The lady has already removed all the children in her womb. So right now, you meet a man of God and you want to force the man of God to plant children in your womb. It's not possible. That's why the Bible said in Proverbs that a balance, a false balance is an abomination. So the fact that you are a Christian and you know that you follow God, things that are abominable to the kingdom, you don't do it. You don't just stand up and say, my parents are not responsible, so I will live my life. No. Yes, we know that there are parents who are not responsible, but as a grown-up, you should be able to, you know, and you know what the Bible talks about, some of these things. We should. So I would think that it's a collective exercise. That the religious bodies, the healthcare professionals, and all the stakeholders, they should come on board and then advise the youth so that they will, maybe from there could be a massive change. So there are several causes of, yeah, abortion, a lot.
So that means there are, like, does that mean there are number of children you are supposed to give as a human being? I thought one can give birth to million.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. The thing is, uh, giving birth sometimes depends on the both parties. Uh-huh. And it's a decision that has to be taken uh, between you and your partner. So if you decide that, okay, I want to, unless of course the man is not fertile, so then you will have challenges in giving birth. But once it's fertile, you can have as many children as you want. But then, with that one notwithstanding, even in mature homes where we have someone who is fully married and uh, they realize that there are situations surrounding their birth, they can just walk to the hospital and say, "Oh, my woman is having this kind of having this kind of challenges." So you see, one thing we should also know is that some ladies might have done the abortion some time ago, which maybe part of their womb is damaged, or they have generated what we call the PID, the pelvic inflammatory disease, which the man is not aware. And this secret is maybe known to only the lady. So now you met her and you got married to her. She's with you now. The children are not coming. So this thing, we should just know that if you are able to do it successfully, then you have to praise God. But it is not a guarantee that 100% you can do it, and then sometimes people can bleed and become anemic. Yeah, because in as much as because of the self-medication you mentioned, she met someone, the person gave the thing to her, she took it, she's lying in the room, and the thing started coming out. So because it's secretive, nobody knows that she has taken something, so she's bleeding. And you see, so as much as you lose blood, it has to be replenished. They have to give you blood back. They have to give you an infusion. So just to replenish your body system so that you can be strong. If it's at the hospital, that's what they will do. They should infuse blood. So that is why over there is safe. But you are alone in the house and you are doing it, you are bleeding, the blood is coming uncontrollably. You don't know what to do. Some will bleed till death. Some may not die, but they are now sick people walking. Some become anemic, and a lot. Sometimes all the remains of the, excuse me to say, the dead child will not come out completely. So the remains are there. And so at the end of the day, the person might live few 3 months, but might also die because once the remains are still in you and you didn't go for them to do the surgery and remove it, and it is in you, when it got decayed, it's going to harm your womb. So there are a lot of factors that comes in that we the young ones coming out, we need to educate people on that for them to know that no, uh, self-medication when it comes to abortion is never advisable. Don't even advise your enemy to try it. Maybe if the person is alive.
My enemy now.
No. You see, even if the person is alive, the person might repent one day and become your best friend.
Okay.
So don't ever even advise your enemy, in case you have one, to do self-medication to abort a pregnancy. It's not advisable at all. And sometimes when it is known, they can even cause your arrest because that is murder. Because you have killed someone. And so there are legal laws backing all this that we should know that in as much as you are putting your own life at risk, the unborn child's life is important to the nation. And so when you are caught, you can be arrested. Even though you have done the bad thing, they will arrest you.
They will still arrest
They will arrest you. It is not allowed.
Sandy, I'm not aware of it.
Yes. So that is why we need to do public education like we are doing today. So that the general public will know that abortion is not a legal thing. It becomes legal when the two spouses come together and they are on terms. And they happen to go to the hospital, and based on the circumstances surrounding the birth of that child, maybe it's not all that safe. Then it becomes something that they can say, okay, fine, then we take it out for you. But for you sitting in the house, doing it on your own, with your own medication, some people even, I was told that people can sit down and pound bottles, a bottle. Imagine that. People will pound bottle and mix it with some other things and give it to a girl to drink. And the girl too will also sit there because,
Yes.
because of all in the name of that stupid love, the girl too will drink it. No. That thing, when you die today, they will not bury you. That guy who gave you the bottle will get another one. And so we need people must be educated on some of these things and get to know that your life is very important. Your life is very important. Abortion is never the first choice to think about when a lady is pregnant. If you don't have money to look after her, the first thing to come in your mind shouldn't be abortion. So we should be mindful of that. Yeah.
Please, can somebody be infertile while she hasn't aborted any child?
Yeah. We have women who might be infertile.
Genuinely, they are
Yes.
infertile.
Be infertile due to some is heritable and some to genetic factors comes in and a lot. So sometimes to if a lady is infertile, there are so many things that comes to play. Like I said, can be the genetics or the hormonal imbalance with respect to her womanhood. We have women who naturally they can't give birth. Okay, we have women like that. Naturally, they can't give birth. It's not that they don't have the hormones that will make them pregnant, or they are not fertile enough, or they don't have the eggs. No, they are, but they can't give birth. That is, it's natural. We have women like that. They haven't committed any abortion. They haven't taken any concoction. They have not damaged their womb, but they can't give birth. So, like I was talking about the spontaneous, it's something that is inevitable, something that comes on itself. No one has caused it. No one has invited it. It's something that is natural. So the whole of the person's life, the person cannot give birth. But she's a woman.
So in this case, what are you going to do to help that person to give birth?
So with that, we have, so if you are not fertile, if you are not fertile, giving birth is something else because you don't have the womb. So where will the child be conceived into?
So the person cannot get any child of her own.
No, the only thing is maybe they will go and do implant, and that one too, they have to take. So you see, these are the two things. Either the man, let's say, you have a guy and the guy is not fertile. That one they can, and maybe you the woman you are fertile, so they can do something. They can pick the sperm of a man and then uh, implant it into you, and once you are fertile, your womb you can become conceived. And it's happening in some of the neighboring countries. We have where the sperm or the spermatozoa of the man is taken and then implanted into the man become. So and that child is now for the man who was not fertile. That one, that's one aspect. But once the woman, the womb is not fertile, hardly she can become. So it's thank God you brought it up. That is so as a young guy coming up, you want to marry. It's good you check around all this. The person might be beautiful in your face, but she's not fertile. And we have families that kind of we have families that maybe probably they have that kind of problem. Yeah, there are families like that. Hardly. So if you are going out to marry, you should try and check. Uh, I mean the
You shouldn't just follow the
no,
love.
no, 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 no. Try to know who is
Okay.
that family. That family. What is happening in their family, their lineage? Do they easily give birth? Are they fertile?
Before you even enter into the relationship.
Before you try something, because you could it can happen that maybe we have that kind of belief that fertile, but when you are blessed, when God decides to bless you with the fruit of the womb, you can give birth. That one we all know. But medically, it will be very difficult. Very. Once you're not fertile, whatever they will do for you to give birth, it might be possible, but it will be very difficult. As in, if it's a spiritual issue. So, for the men aspect, is very easy. But the woman aspect, once the womb is not fertile,
And have you encountered any person that the doctors have declared that the person is infertile and the person ended up giving birth?
personally, no, but I've heard of several, yeah, several of them, and by the grace of God, like I said, the person might not be able to give birth naturally, but if the grace of God locate that person
So
might
that
be
one they will channel it to
we'll
the
channel
grace
it
of
to
God.
prayer, and maybe
Okay.
something is wrong somewhere, so we have to approach that and then give way for the person to. Sometimes too, you go to the hospital, they will tell you this is not medically. It's not.
Why?
This is not something we can handle medically. So we go to the church. You understand what I'm trying to say?
So how do they detest that it is
Eh,
not medical?
For example, what we are saying now, some people will be pregnant when they are about giving birth, the whole thing, maybe let's say in the first 2 months. So as part of the spontaneous, the pregnancy will get spoiled. To be terminated, it will just come out on its own. No, nothing has triggered it. So if it continues like that, the only advice they will tell you is that you should go and they will pray for you. Yes, because uh, they might try their best, but you keep on losing.
It
For
is
how
not
long will you keep on
common.
losing pregnancy every month? You see, so like I said, the pelvic. Some people, if it's something that has to do with the pelvic, they can treat it. But if your pelvic is all right, your womb is all right, but when you are pregnant, it comes out on its own, then it means it's a spiritual thing. You need to work on. Yeah.
Why is it that the guys do have the mindset that any lady who is unable to conceive, maybe the person committed an abortion in like in her previous life.
So the ideology is that once you are not giving birth, the first thing that will come in mind is that maybe you might have done something.
Why?
They don't have the mind. They don't have the other side of it that no, there are people who cannot give birth. Naturally, they are there. We have men too who cannot give birth for the whole of their life.
Naturally.
Naturally,
Oh, really?
the person might be able to erect, but he's not
Wow.
fertile.
And what caused that?
It's we have a lot of factors. The person might be an impotent, or he has erectile dysfunction, and a lot.
Can you please explain the impotence for us?
Yeah, so that is you're not. That is just the fact that you're not being potent. You're not.
You're
Yeah.
still using the thing. You're not being
So
impotent.
what I'm trying to say is that you are not fertile.
You're not give, okay.
You can't get a woman pregnant. Okay, you are impotent. Some
Is it that the semen does not contain sperm? So I don't understand.
some of them might be able to release, but the sperm, the sperm does not contain, the semen does not contain the sperm that are active enough to swim into
Oh, okay.
the womb of a woman to
Okay.
get her pregnant.
Okay.
I get what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it happened like that, for several years, if you're not able to treat yourself, your woman will still not be pregnant. It's not about releasing into the woman that's the problem. No. The sperm should be able to cross that barrier where it can breach the lining of the egg and penetrate.
Okay.
So in actual fact, when a man releases, about thousands of sperms swim inside. And it's only one that should be able to enter
Oh,
and cause fertilization. So if out of the thousand, none of them are active, we call it, so it should be an active sperm. It's not just any sperm that can cause the eggs to be fertilized.
so it's
It should
not
be
all
active.
sperms that are
No, no, no,
active.
no, 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 no. They
Oh.
are there plenty.
They just release them.
So they go if the active one is not there
Okay.
to be able to breach the egg of the egg and cause it to be fertilized. There's no way the woman can ever. So you can be with a woman, sleeping with her all the time, but you can't get a for the womb because there's no active or fertile sperm that can cause her to be pregnant.
So in this case, that guy cannot get a child of his own.
No. Until you are being treated.
Oh, but they can treat
Yes,
it.
they can treat it.
Oh,
There are
okay.
drugs that they can help you. So once you notice that as a young guy, you've got married to a young lady, nothing is wrong with the lady about, and for about 2-3 years the child is not coming, you have to march the guy to the hospital and let them examine him. Maybe something is wrong with him. Personally, the person might not even know because he's releasing, and so what would let him know that he's not potent? That is one part. Others too, they cannot even ejaculate at all. So it comes in different forms. Others might be able to ejaculate, but within one, maybe just one round, and the person is lying there, he can't do anything again. That one is sexual weakness. So it's a dysfunction, so they have to treat it. Recently, I was at a pharmacy. A young guy of about 18 to 20 years walked in and said he's coming to buy manpower.
What is manpower?
And I was looking at him. I said, manpower. What is manpower? He said he wants sildenafil.
You want what?
Sildenafil.
Oh, okay, that's the name.
The sildenafil is aphrodisiac,
You're still giving me a term I don't understand.
sex medicine
Oh, okay.
for sex drive. So, and I asked him, at your age, what is wrong with you that you are buying this? This is for people around 45 to 50.
Good.
He said, you want to show the woman. And I
Wow.
said, you want to die. You can't. There is no man on this earth who can show a woman. Women are naturally, they were created in that manner that she can even meet 2-3 guys in one day and she's still the way she is. You a guy, you can't do that. So when you want to show a woman, that means you are digging your grave. So I had to talk to him to understand that it's not the aphrodisiac or the sex medicine that will make you to show the woman. What work are you doing? He says a mason. I said, do you take enough rest? No. He doesn't take it. I said, so why rest? When you rest, you gain your energy. And you can do whatever you want to do. So taking this, a time will come, your body will not be relying on this thing alone. If it doesn't take it, you are not strong.
Okay.
So I had to advise him. And from there, he got, so what I told him, he has practiced and he's working for. So people need to be taught. And it is rampant everywhere. Around 6 to 7, every pharmacy in Ho, those who are selling aphrodisiacs, I mean sex medications, they are making money out of it. Because the young ones have taken it like World Cup. In that they want to show women. You can't show a woman. So we must understand that. So these are some of the things that even contribute to this unwanted pregnancies, and it will enforce the woman to go and cause the abortion. You understand what I'm trying to say? And so you must know that taking sex drugs, you are just killing yourself. It's not going to do anything to you. And so we should know. And then we should not encourage it, especially the healthcare professionals. We shouldn't encourage that young ones who are around 18 to 19 should be taking aphrodisiacs. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. If you are naturally impotent, if you have been diagnosed that you are an impotent person, that one we know that you need something to support yourself. You are active. So why are you taking those things? So some of these things we must not encourage.
So if they are to inseminating a woman, they have to do insemination.
Yeah.
Is there any? Do they have to consider certain things before they do it?
So artificial insemination, you see, in actual sense, you are not just potent. That's why they want to do that, to help you so that you can get conceived. What I only know that they consider in artificial insemination is the species. When I say the species, the genetic factors of that particular man's sperm. For example, they want to pick the sperm of a white man to inseminate into the womb of a black woman. So they try to understand. So that's why I was talking about the family lineage. So they have to make more research about that family, where they are picking the sperm from. Are they thieves in the family? Do they like work? Are they people that like all kinds of funny things about the family, because they want to know. Because what they are putting in you, if those characters are in them, that's what you're going to give birth to.
Okay.
So if they pick the sperm from a family where there are thieves, you are giving birth to somebody who will steal. That's what you should know. So they consider the height of that man. And so is he tall? So they pick the sperm. So it will depend on what the woman wants to give birth to. The caliber of person. So let's say an Ewe man. And then they pick the sperm of an Ewe man to inseminate it into the womb of a white woman. So the white lady will be like, I'm not just looking for any Ewe man's sperm, but I want this class of people, the qualities. They begin to mention. Then they search. So when they get that person, and you are ready, they pick your sperm. So they consider a lot of factors before doing artificial insemination. Otherwise, they can just go, even a madman has sperm, they can go for his sperm. But
so that means that if they go for a madman's sperm, the child will come out being mad or what?
The child might not be mad. God is so wonderful. The child might not be mad.
Because
but what has caused the madness might be in the body of that child. It's progressive. The person didn't start, just did not, maybe, some maybe it was drug induced. The person took drugs and it caused the madness. So with that, if you pick the sperm of that particular person, the thing has already worked in the brain of the person and it has made him mad. The child might be safe. So but once it's something that has to do with blood, the qualities of that person will reflect in the child's life. That's why they can just look at you and say, okay, this is Mr. Susan and So's daughter. Because when they see you, they are seeing the traits, they are seeing the characters, the features of your father in you. I don't know whether I get me. So that is the whole thing about it. Yeah.
So, what's the advice you're going to give to a lady out there who is pregnant and thinking of aborting the child?
Well, like I said earlier on, my advice to our cherished listeners out there and anybody who is watching or listening to us at this moment, especially the ladies, the teenagers, please don't cause abortion. Don't do it. You might not survive it. God, in His own way, has given you a gift. Even if the guy ran away, don't. The first thing to think about is not abortion. Seek for advice. There are people who have been through that same situation and they survived. So when you seek for advice, definitely you will get the right information, and that will be what you use to keep yourself and walk in it. And at the end of the day, you give birth. 9 months is just like 9 days.
Really?
Oh yes. You see, the thing is, one, some people will end up being sickless for the rest of their lives. Just that one abortion you have done. Second, the child might not die. But because of the concoction you gave to that child, if the child might not die, but you give birth to a child with defect. You give birth with a child and the head is bigger than the whole part of the body because you tempered with the growth of the child in your womb. You try to kill the child says, I will not die.
Oh,
You do everything. Now the child will come out and will be having a lot of malformations. Or the legs, the eye, some people, the eye, one eye is not seeing well. A lot of stuff. You give birth to a child and one hand is not functioning. One hand is working. That child is innocent. It is your negligence that causes all this. So we must understand that once you know that you're not ready for a child, don't try anything. My advice is that once you know that you are not ready to give birth, keep yourself. A lady was telling me, so the church is saying that we should not have sex till marriage. How will I know if my guy is good in bed if I don't try him? So you see the mindset. So you try the guy now. The two of you are not responsible now. But you want to know whether the guy will be good in bed. That's the only thing. As you are going to that matrimonial home, that's the only thing that is in your mind. So you want to try now. So you tried. And the child, the lady is pregnant now. So what are you going to do? You say you want to try and know whether he will be good in bed. You don't want to marry a pastor who will say every day we are praying. So you tried now. And because he's not messing up, his sperms are very active. So that one alone, if God does not favor you, you are pregnant. Because he's not doing it anywhere, so he has a lot to give. So he does it once and it's active. So you are pregnant. Because you don't want to, because of stigmatization and shame, you want to cover it and do abortion. So is it not better if you have not done it? So we should know that abortion is not the first choice to think about. When you are pregnant, whether the guy is responsible, the guy is not responsible, you knew he was not responsible before you open your legs. So the next thing to do is that in fact, some pregnancies will even make people to become responsible by force. Yes, it will make you to be responsible because you were not doing anything. I know ladies who are selling today because they are pregnant. When they were not pregnant, they were always in the house. I know guys who are hardworking today because their girl is pregnant. When the girl was not pregnant, they were always in the house. So we must know that sometimes some things will happen for us to learn and mature and keep moving. So to go and take it out is not always the first option to think about. When you are pregnant, keep it. If the guy says it's not ready, seek for advice from the elderly people. They should call him to attention and put him to book. There's no way you can impregnate somebody's daughter and run away. So even if you run away, you the girl should not do yourself harm. Get the heart, take care of. Who knows? Maybe that child will grow up to take care of you. People are walking about today, they don't have children and they are crying because they have the children they were supposed to have. Maybe God has given you only one and you've taken it out. Then you go to the prayer centers and you are disturbing pastors. I was telling one guy, I said, it's high time we should stop we should start scanning people. When they bring their issues, you scan her and know whether she has committed an abortion before.
Hey, really?
Then you tell her that you're not going to pray about her. My time is up.
No.
So, because you have what God has given you, you have taken it away. You have taken it away. So, what do you want the pastor to do again? The pastor should open your womb and put the child inside.
No.
So, we must know that abortion is not right. So, my advice is that we should not do it. If you're pregnant, the best thing to do is to keep the child. Yeah.
So what is the advice you are still going to give to a lady out there who is pregnant and there are a whole lot of issues surrounding the pregnancy and there is no choice than her aborting their pregnancy?
No, issues like what?
Maybe she was raped.
So that one there is a different. The induced type of pregnancies, if it's criminal, like I said earlier on, it's criminal, and there's no father to read. We have orphanage. There are orphanage homes in Ho and every part of Ghana. You give birth, you can send a child to the orphanage. You don't have money to take care of the child, you give birth. If you send a child to the orphanage, why will you even send a child to the orphanage? Take care of the child. You were raped and you are pregnant now. You don't know the person. Aborting is not the right choice. No. We all know that what they did to you is not right. But you are now going to kill. The people who did that to you, they committed sin already. God is waiting for them. You two, what you are going to do, are you right? You're not right. So the best thing is keep it. Give birth to that child. I know a lady who was raped back at GHS. And today, when she's working with a boy, you think that is a brother. And it's lovely. And as I'm talking to you, the guy is now a professional teacher, taking care of the mother. And because of that, the mother says she will not marry again because they are like a husband and then if you see the way they live, you would think that the guy is well-to-do, very brilliant guy. So if she had aborted him away. So we must know that some things happen. I always say that in every bad thing there is a good thing. No matter how bad that thing you will look at it to be, watch well, you will see the good thing inside. Don't always be in the haste to take the first decision. It might not be the right one. So, having a second thought is always important in every part of our life. Having a second thought. Yes, it's painful, I know. It wasn't right. It was very bad. So diabolical. But have a second thought. And know that, no, that is not the end of your life. You will make it.
So my viewers out there, since abortion it's not a rightful choice. If you get pregnant, please, I would advise you to give birth.
Exactly.
Even if the man is not responsible, you just bring the child to me. I'll take care of the child for you.
You want to open an orphanage?
Since it's not advisable for the person to abort the child,
Yeah.
I believe he has to bring the child to me.
Yes.
I'll take care of the child for you.
Yes.
So keep your comments coming, subscribe and share. And I keep on reminding you that 14th February is Vows Day, right?
Oh, that's
we are in the month of love.
That's what they are saying. Me, I don't know.
Yeah. 14th February is Vows Day. So please, I'm pleading with my ladies out there. Don't go and open your legs to any random guy and get pregnant and decide to abort the child, please.
It's not about opening Lego. I'm saying that what why will you even go to that room in the first place?
It is vows day. The person
It's
supposed
Day.
to
And so,
enjoy.
so wait, love, is it always about sex?
No, I'm not saying it
Because
is always
that,
about
I'm coming,
sex.
that, like you are saying, that
Something
day, that
can
day,
lead to something.
that something like what? That day is a day of love,
Okay.
like you said. I was telling me, I don't know. You're the one telling me. So now, with our African mindset, whenever they mention love, the next thing is sex.
I never-
I want to put this one out there. You see, African mentality. Like we are sitting, I said I love you. The next thing somebody will think about is sex. And that thing has eaten deep into our lives. And it is affecting us. You can love someone to a point that the person become part of you and you don't have anything to do with the person. Vows Day is a day that you are supposed to show love. What is love? People who are even celebrating that day, do they even understand why they are celebrating? Some don't even know. The only thing they know is that they have to send their girl to some place and have sex. And after that, when the girl said, hello, that thing we did last time, my menses has not come. He will off the phone and put the number on blacklist in addition.
The guy is not responsible.
So you're not responsible. Why do you allow the girl to open leg?
She
You
was
know you're
just
not
trying
responsible.
to make the lady happy.
Make the lady happy. Is that
because
the only
it's
way?
vows, then everybody is
So
taking
you see,
their
you people,
woman
your problem.
out.
You think that making you happy is the only time you open leg. No.
I never said so.
So making you happy, it comes in several ways. Take her out. Just have fun.
But there are some people that also think making a lady happy is by that. And there are ladies that also think that
So
for her to be happy is through that.
So does it mean that if I'm dating a lady today and I have not touched her, and we are just vibing, that can take you out and all that. I don't
never
love you.
said so. I never said so.
No, sometimes
I
that is
believe
what
that
they
will
think.
be a
You know,
topic that you choose for another time.
People think if you have not met the lady and so you don't love her, and some of you think that the guy is seeing another lady somewhere, so that's why he's not seeing you. But it shouldn't be so. We should know, as you are growing up, we should know that that's not always how it should be. Love is more than that. So my guys out there and my ladies, please, let's be very much careful. These vows, they don't go and then open your leg too much.
But they can open,
we are
but
just
not
done
too
with
much.
we are just done with New Year and Christmas, so people are broke. Myself,
Yeah, bro.
I am somehow broke. I'm saying somehow. And so if you with that state and a lady calls you to tell you that I have not seen my menses, you'll be broke the more.
But this month is a very good month. If you get pregnant in this month, you give birth around November, right? November or
Giving
somewhere.
birth is not a problem.
And it will enter December. Still celebration.
There are a lot of
months.
responsibilities that comes around. So it's not always. You know that as a single guy, you are a bit free. But immediately a girl says she's pregnant, you are taking care of 3 people: yourself,
Okay.
the woman, and the
The
unborn
baby.
child. So how much? The question is now, how much are you taking home? So my guys out there, let us not be deceived by the ladies there. Let's know how much are we taking home, and
Oh.
then so with that, when we are even going out, we can even get that kind of mindset that no, we should not just play loose. Be careful and
Because
be wise.
of what you are saying, they will not even take us out because of what you are
No,
saying.
taking you out is not a problem. I've taken you out. We had the vibes out there, and you are back
Eh.
home. That's it. But you see, we are Christians, and we know that sometimes you can make mistakes. Yes. But it doesn't mean it should be something that should always be like your showing love. To me, I think is beyond what we are just
Okay.
saying here.
Okay.
Let the lady feel that yes, you really love her.
Yeah.
Sex is just the highest number of minutes is 45. You are done, and you are even struggling to breathe. Is that love? But take the lady out. Let her feel that no, there is somebody behind me when I
Yeah,
have a
sure,
problem.
Sure.
let the lady feel that I am not alone. Let her feel that kind of vibe that like I have someone to talk to.
So my guys out there, let us feel that we are not alone.
Yes.
Let us feel that we are with somebody.
Let me tell you, some people only call their girls when they want to have sex. No communication.
Don't communicate to us. If you want to communicate to us, please just omit that part.